Ja, goedenavond. Er zat zojuist een hele vrolijke trainer hier. Ben jij nu stikzagrijnig van vanavond?
I'm not sure I understand the correct word for
Grumpy about tonight.
grumpy. No, I try not to be grumpy. I think life is too short to be negative, so I try to stay positive. It's a difficult evening for sure. We had our hopes set up for something better and for 3 points for sure, and wanted to get a good performance in front of our home crowd, but yeah, we didn't succeed. And how we give away goals at the moment is difficult for us, makes it even harder for us to win football games. And I think the boys put in a lot of effort and a lot of energy, but it's hard to concede goals like this, and then you need to keep going again. And I think everybody tried to do their absolute best, but at the end of the day, we got punished also by a good team from Salzburg.
Ja, het is vooral een key moment, die 1-0 natuurlijk. Dat is dan wel een Reuter. Het is gisteren natuurlijk veel over hem gegaan, hè, omdat hij op de bank is beland, er vandaag weer in staat. Speelt dat een rol?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. As I said before, Timon is a great goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. He made a lot of good saves this season, last season, the seasons before.
Je zei gisteren dat je met hem gesproken had. Maakte hij iets van een twijfelachtige indruk?
No, not at all. These guys are professional. Of course, he was disappointed not playing in the weekend, but I think in general also just disappointed from the performances over these 14 games. He also knows that he's capable of doing something better, but for some reason he's involved in the goal today, and it's tough. And when players run into these moments, only advice I can give to them is to keep pushing, keep going, keep focusing on the things that they know they are capable of, and then suddenly they get out of these moments where it's a negative spiral that they're in, and we don't know when they get out of it and what it is that gets them out. But I have fully confidence in Timon and Justin, and also Manu, who's on the bench today. Fully, they're good goalkeepers, but for some reason, as I said already, the goals we conceded this season, difficult ones.
Laatste vraag. Je begint zelf niet over de blessures, dat zie je. Maar je mist natuurlijk een heleboel spelers. Op een gegeven moment is dat misschien wel te veel. Je past ook wel een beetje je tactisch plan aan. En ja, dan lijkt het in de eerste helft wel heel moeilijk. Er lijken weinig automatisme. Kan dat nou helemaal niet anders? Of denk je achteraf ook, misschien had dat toch anders gemoeten?
You can always do something different. But you don't know the outcome. But this is what we thought could do it for us. And until the halftime, until the 1-0, it's an even game. It's 0-0. Not bad in a Champions League game at home against a difficult team. We had a few moments where we could have punished already within the first 2 or 3 minutes with Bart. Big chance in front of goal. We had a couple of other moments where we could have done something better. I don't think they had an attempt on goal before they scored the 1-0. And is it tactical? Is it individual? Is it aanpassing at the players we had available? Yeah, of course. You would wish that you had some of the players we already talked available. But as I said already, I thought for sure and think for sure that these boys that we put out on the pitch today, they could do it for us. And it's not so different from the week before. Luca was in the same position. Jordan coming back in and playing a position he's used to. Bart Newcoat played this position also in Groningen and scored a goal up there and did well. So it's various reasons. And again, I come down. It's a good team, Salzburg. We played Champions League. You don't just run over an opponent in Champions League. It is impossible. You can have some good moments where you are able to do it. But today they also defend well and have good pressing, and they got good players up front. And as I said, you also said it yourself, the 1-0 goal it's a big blow just before halftime.
Thank you.
Gedaan.
We 2 rijen naar achteren, Sinclair, ESPN.
Ja, Brian, je hebt het over de tegendoelpunten. Wat opvalt dat jullie slechts 2 keer dit seizoen de 0 hebben gehouden. Tegen NAC en tegen Utrecht. Kan je er de vinger op leggen waarom jullie zoveel doelpunten tegenkrijgen en ook heel vaak individuele fouten?
Some of the goals are some tactical things we also talk about. But we also have to be honest and say there's some goals that leads down to individual decisions. And some of them are hard to pinpoint, and then the boys also they don't know exactly why, because they know exactly what to do, but for some reason right now some of the decisions that they're making, they end up in the net.
Hoe moeilijk was het, nu jullie geen vaste spits hadden, alle drie de spitsen waren er niet, om met eigenlijk flankspelers in de punten te spelen? Want jullie konden eigenlijk de bal niet in de ploeg houden.
Well, it was actually not that difficult, because Osman has also played a striker before in Nordsjælland and is capable of doing it, and definitely in Champions League. I think he can be a handful up there. I think, as I said already, you saw it within the first minutes with the deep run and a good pass to Bacha. But of course, it's a different type. It's a different type than Santi, Ueda en Carranza.
Hoe anders werd het spel daardoor vandaag? En daar lekken jullie toch wel moeite mee?
Yeah, not so different, to be honest. We definitely talked about playing deeper, a little bit faster maybe, to hurt Salzburg in behind. But the positions were the same, and I think also we had some decent attacks. But yeah, as I said already, good players, good midfield also from Salzburg.
Het gaat veel over blessures. Hoe is het met Carranza en hoe is het ook met Timber, die vandaag er ook uit moest?
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I don't know. I haven't seen Julian today. He was at 1908 a little bit earlier today and still doing some rehab. I hope he will be available for Sunday. But yeah, I think you guys see it also. We have some injuries, and also we picked up some new ones due to the substitutions we made at halftime. So let's see if we want to take another risk and gamble with Julian on Sunday. But it's definitely a challenge.
Gaan we nog 2 rijen naar achteren. En nu aan de rechterkant. Dennis, Rijnmond.
Brian, het lijkt er ook op dat jouw team soms ook gewoon worstelt qua fitheid en energie. Is dat echt puur alleen de grote hoeveelheid wedstrijden of zit daar meer achter?
Yeah, good question. I think most of it is from the load. Because I think it was the game. It was the game in the weekend. We had the highest output this season, physically, from sprint meters and from high distance runs. So the players are fit, the players can do it, but some of them are maybe overused, and we haven't been able to make the right rotations that we wanted.
Speelt dat mee in de blessuregolf die er ook is? Je spreekt er niet voor over, gebruikt het ook niet als een excuus, maar het is wel een serieus probleem voor Feyenoord natuurlijk, de vele blessures.
It's definitely a challenge, yes.
Wat kun je eraan doen om verder te voorkomen? Want je kan een soort sneeuwbaleffect krijgen waarbij spelers nog meer moeten spelen dan eigenlijk wenselijk is, maar je door je mogelijkheden heen bent.
Yeah, no, that's why I say it's a challenge to find the right 11 for the games, because there's some of the players we maybe have to take a little bit more care of, load them in a better way, and at the same time we also need to perform and win some games. So that is the dilemma.
Het is ook gek dat juist in de thuiswedstrijden we toch een ander Feyenoord zien dan in uitduels. Kun je daar de vinger op leggen? Ja, wat daar het vreemde aan is. Dat zijn we niet gewend bij deze club.
Yeah, no, I would love to, because there's nothing else that I want more than win here at the Cup. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm quite sure that all the players, staff, they love to come here and perform. But yes, if you just look at the results, then there's been some performances here that we haven't seen away from home.
Ook qua spel toch anders dan in uitwedstrijden? Overall?
Yeah, maybe, but I think you have to look at the games now. We played 2 Champions League games here and lost against 2 really good sides. And we lost to Ajax, which also is a big game, and anything can happen in this. So, yeah, I think you can also make it worse than it is. And as I said already, we're not always happy with the performances that we put out here, but yeah, we do everything we can to win the games, and we definitely enjoy coming here. It's an amazing stadium, and supporters are behind the boys and pushing them, and they did their best when we got the 1-2 goal today.
Blijf aan dezelfde kant, we gaan helemaal naar voren. Mikos, als jij een seintje geeft, ja.
Ja, trainer, er zijn natuurlijk uiteraard blessures, maar als je je opstelling vergelijkt met die van Benfica, zijn er maar 2 spelers die daarin verschillen. En toch zie je best een groot verschil in kwaliteit, hè?
Yeah, you do, but it's also 2 different games.
heeft te maken met aan de bal zijn of meer in afwachtende houding kunnen spelen.
Yeah, I think if you saw Benfica, they definitely wanted the ball and tried to play, and Salzburg today was maybe waiting a little bit and also tried to lock down things and made it a little bit more slow for us and make us make the decisions quicker and faster. And yeah, we were not able to unlock it enough as we definitely wanted.
En je zegt, we pakken blessures op in de rust. Hè? Althans, je moet de spelers uit. Dat zijn Osman en Lotomba gingen er geblesseerd uit. Als dat je ze laat staan.
Ja.
Okay.
Anderen nog? Aan de linkerkant. Zijn er daarna nog anderen? Dus ik denk de afsluiting voor Martijn.
Blessures, dat kan toch niet alleen maar pech zijn? Is het alleen maar pech? Zoveel blessures?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It always comes down to a lot of things, a lot of influences on the injuries, training, habits from the players, load, mental aspect, fatigueness, different things are definitely involved in when it comes to injuries.
Je bent de trainer die graag alles in data vangt. Hè? Je wilt natuurlijk heel veel kunnen zien. Als je dat nou allemaal bekijkt, al die cijfers, zijn die spelers dan gewoon belastbaar genoeg? Of heb je in de voorbereiding misschien andere dingen gedaan dan ze gewend waren hier? Met performance trainen, eentje ging het begin van het seizoen weg, een ander is een paar weken geleden al vertrokken. Heeft dat ook invloed gehad?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We talked about it when we started the preseason and started everything, and also the players coming in. Then some of them are not used to the level at final. They're not used to double games. They're not used to the intensity that we demand in the trainings, etc. And then you end up with some injuries beginning of the season. We also had some late transfers that also needed to adapt. Some of them were up and running and flying, like Boom, for example. And he's also robust. He's got a good age and used to it. So that also has an influence, but that's what it is. It is football, and it is tough, and that's why we do our best. And medical and performance staff, they try to do the best to manage the load, try to manage the recovery, any aspect that they can help mentally, nutrition-wise, as well, sleep. Everything is important. And when I see these guys, they're top professional. We joked a little bit about it after. Was it Asset? And I actually wanted to give them a day off, but instead they come in. They come in at 19:08 and they go to cold water, warm water. They get treatment. They don't want a day off. They do everything they can to keep their body fit. So it's various reasons that are difficult to explain and pinpoint. And then again, it's football at the highest level. It's intense.
Ja, dus het meeste heb je gewoon intact gelaten zoals het was eigenlijk toen je kwam.
Sorry?
Je hebt het intact gelaten.
I'm not sure.
He's asking if you changed anything in
No. No, not really. No, it's been controlled by the physical coach that were here in the beginning of the season. Obviously, together with me and the rest of the staff, but mostly the schedule, the plan has been like it always has. But again, as I said, you have to remember it's 11 new players coming in. Some of the boys were already injured before in pre-season. And at some point, maybe it will catch up. But it is football. And we have enough boys ready to go for it. And Sunday is a new game. And Sunday is important for us. 3 points and then a national break.
Ja, ga je dan ook wat internationals gewoon hier houden?
Well, first of all, I cannot keep anybody away from national team. It's impossible.
Blessures wel, toch?
Yeah, of course. If they're injured, then it's different. But I would love to keep everybody in the building and be able to train with them, etc. But we all know the rules of international games. Then we have to send them with the national team. Some of them had maybe better of some rest. But we already discussed it. It's part of international football today and top football. You have to play a lot of games midweeks and also international games, so it is what it is.